From the hollers and hills of West Virginia, it's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Pow! Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we have got some things going on up here in the patch, don't we? Everything's looking great. We got an 8-day-old fruit, looking really good, starting to lay down. Look at it, man, look at it, look at it, look at it. Ooh, I'm happy with it. We're getting some weird coloring in the leaves here, I think, anyhow. Maybe not, but I think they are. So I'm gonna have to kind of look at them, maybe have some experts look at them like Scott or Doc. They can tell me more what might be going on there. This one here's laid down. Very big stem on that thing. Look how long that stem is. It's a nice one. I hope that one has one like that. She'll probably open up tomorrow. Yeah, she's pretty soft. She'll probably open tomorrow, so we'll pollinate her tomorrow. And probably, I would say, we'll pollinate it tomorrow. We'll do another selfing of this plant. That thing there just looks marvelous. Big plant. Beautiful, healthy plant. Looking good. All right, now, let's go over here and check this out and see if we have pollination or not. Of course, we won't know today, but sometimes you can tell within a couple days if they've took or not. And I'll be honest with you, I think, from what I can see here, we may have just done it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think we might have pollinated. I want that fruit so bad, because look, she's a little bit longer. A little longer of a squash. But if not, I still got a good one right there. And that one there's moving along. I just got to start scooching her over if I'm going to use it. So it'd be nice to know if that one there took or not in the next couple days. So, but it's looking really good. You can see there, see why I want to keep it. It's just a little bit longer, So, okay, all right, so let's see. Hey, did y'all know that these things got thorns on them? I don't know if I told y'all or not, but if you grow these, you need to be very careful, because they have spines. And they do hurt. You go to grab a hold of one of them and you don't know it, man, they light you up like the 4th of July. What kind of bug is that? Where'd it go? Flicked off, I guess. Nose right there. What is that? What is that thing?
Oh, see that.
Alright. He doesn't let me. It's over here. What the heck? It keeps moving on me. Is that a squash vine borer? Right there?
Oh, see.
I don't know what it is. We'll have to figure that out. Got some kind of a spider DD thing there. I need to get some stuff on these plants. Hopefully today we'll get a few more things done. So I'd like to get everything finalized and put in the ground and done and over with for a while on the planting. So we'll see. Gotta watch where you go in the yard because there's nothing but bees everywhere in it, and I can't cut the grass until my part gets here so I can fix my mower. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I don't know what them are. They kind of resemble potato plants. What do we got going on in here today? Hey? Say, hey. What's going on in here, hey? It's not cold, that's for sure. It's anything but cold in there. You get in here and clean up too in the next few days, get everything organized. Seeds need gathered if they're gonna put seeds off, and so we're here and check on our punky plants. So we're gonna go check on our punky plants. Looking pretty good. And you get the water turned on them and get the sprinkler going. So that here in just a second. Oh, sorry, baby.
You didn't really make me fall.
Plant down there looks pretty good. It's a giant butternut. My giant butternut. And oh, I got to call a feller. H.C. Williams, I think his name is. I got to call him. He called yesterday wanting to know something about the pumpkin plants or the butternut squash and stuff. So I got to get a hold of him. I got to get in there real quick. Take a look and see how far we are from pollination. So let me get a board and get in there. Let's see what we got here. There she be, right there. So we got just probably about midweek, I'd say. This one here ain't doing nothing, so we can cut that off. That is lactobacillus right there. Lightning bug, okay. I thought that was a squash vine borer. Hang on, baby. Let me see what we got. Oh, we need to cover that node up right there. It's trying to grow. Go and cover this right here. Keep that a little covered right there. I'm gonna cover this right here. Cover that right there up just a touch here. There we go. Alright, let me get out of here. Work on these plants this weekend. Kind of lined out. What we got going on over here on this one? What we're looking like time-wise. Hang on, baby. That one there's dead. Alright. Few more days on that one, and it'll be ready to go. And then we'll pollinate that. And it'll be, it's probably about 12 foot out on the main. And that sunflower there is looking really good. I gotta plant those today. That's something we will be doing. That plant looks like it's trying to come back. I think it got broke off, was the problem. I think it just got broke. It's trying to come back now, so. Look here. I'm gonna take you over here and look at the 1088 Bayou plant. This thing is going nuts. So there's a 1088 Bayou. That joker is big. Look how wide that is. Right, I'm plant is huge, guys. Y'all ain't got a clue how big that plant really is, and it's growing like wildfire. Look at that thing. Big, beautiful, healthy plant. I'm very, 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 very happy with this plant. And yep, this is yours. Yes, ma'am. What are we gonna call her?
Chicken out.
Yeah, we'll get it. Stupid chickens. We'll get her. What are we gonna call this plant? What are we gonna call her?
Elsa?
Elsa?
Butterfly.
Butterfly? Okay, we'll call her Butterfly. This is the butterfly plant. And Kira's gonna grow the butterfly. I need to get some walking boards in there and fix it up. But you can tell where I've cleaned it up yesterday, got it all nice and fixed up. It's looking wonderful now. That's Mommy's plant. She has to name that. Yeah, we can't name it for her. That's her plant. She's got to do that. Anyways, gotta get in here, stake out some more of these secondaries, and get them kind of fixed up. But the plant's looking marvelous. So we have a couple of them pollinated on it, but we don't want to use them. We're going to use the next one down there, and I'll get you that after a while. I'm gonna kind of, there's some decisions to make, but I do believe I'm going to I don't know, I want to take the 2350 back to it, but 2350 is already in it, so I don't really know what to take to it. No, that's Jaden's. That's Jaden's. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we got to do and stuff, and we'll get to it. So. All right, guys. On to the next. So up at the front of the yard, I planted some beans and some of my state record giant sunflower seeds. I didn't get those in the other day. I got all the other ones, but I didn't get those in. So I went on ahead and got them planted today. Now we're over here, this side of the yard, and we're gonna try to plant some stuff over here along the fence, and just whatever can climb that fence. I know a lot of stuff's probably gonna eat it off of the fence, but I'm hoping that they'll leave it alone, or at least maybe I'll get what's left on my side of the fence. I don't know. I might have to put some kind of wire of some sort. I don't even know. Something to stop them from eating it. Maybe might even put cattle panel. But I just gotta plant something over there. So we're just gonna give it the best we can and do what we can to let it grow. Because we got to plant it somewhere. I'm gonna plant some sunflowers, some giant ones down along the fence line there as well. They did really good last year there, and I'm probably going to end up planting some of them along that fence line. And the reasoning is because the windbreak will help while it's a younger plant. Two, it'll try to reach to get over that for the evening sun. That's another reason why I planted my sunflowers where I did on the other side of the house, was to get them to try to reach for the evening sun. Because I could have planted them further up on that patch and would have been fine. They would have had pretty much all day sun up until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is really good. But I planted them where I did, so that they lose probably about 7:30 or so whenever they don't get much light. But then as they get taller, they'll continue to get more and more light. So I'm hoping that'll make them stretch. They have the protection of the house from the wind, and then that'll just make them stretch up, trying to reach for that sun, which should help me get some length. And hopefully we can get one of these jokers up to 16 foot this year. I'm needing a 16 foot plus I think really it's like 15'6" is what the record is now. So I mean, I just need over that, but I want 16 plus foot. So we're going to see what we can get done. I've got plenty of seeds here. We're going to plant some giant corn and other things as well today. So let's get to it without further ado. All right, guys. So trying to make a bad situation good. Nothing came up on this fence. I had it planted with corn, and I was, of course you can see we got a horrible corn thing going on right now. I got more corn on the way, and that's for a different day. But I thought, well, I can just plant my beans on this row. Some beans. I'll plant a different variety here because, like I said, up in the front yard I got one variety planted there. So I'll plant another variety here. They can have all this right here to kind of go on. Hopefully that'll be enough for them to sprawl out and stuff. But we're going to plant one variety of beans right here on this fence line. So let me get in my bag here and kind of look at what beans we got left that needs to be planted. I got one variety in my pocket, the one that we grew this past winter. I got that variety in my pocket. So I planted these up in the front of the yard. So that's what's planted up there. Now I have these these succotash beans to be planted. I have the autumn zebra pole bean that needs planted. I have the Blauhilde, I don't even know, don't ask me. And I have the 1500-year-old cave bean. All of them are 1500-year-old cave bean. You can see there, it's vigorous, long vines, need support, soak seeds overnight. We're not going to do that. Direct seed after last frost. Harvest frequently to keep plants productive. The Blauhilde being vigorous, long vines, need support. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, so I don't know which one. Let's see what this one says. Autumn zebra, vigorous long vines, same thing. Japanese variety that is highly gourmet and refined. Okay. And then succotash is a Narragansett Indian tribe of Rhode Island, used for succotash dish, corn, beating that right there. I don't know which one to plant. Let's plant these Blauhilde beans over here by the fence right there. What do you think, huh? Does that sound pretty good to y'all? Let me get y'all set up over here. Cave beans. I want to show you guys what they look like. They're pretty neat looking.
See that?
Ain't them pretty? Pretty looking bean, ain't they? I think they're gorgeous. Look like cows to me almost. We're gonna plant these along the side of the house there. So let's go to it. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible because my battery is low and dying. Planted my state record sunflowers, 5 of them right there. The first 5 of those sunflowers from that pole where the cantaloupes are over there, those will be the first 5 of those are my state record sunflowers. Then I planted the Rotabaugh sunflowers, his state record sunflower, 15 foot. Then I planted the Chris Brown, I believe it was. No, then I planted the Rebe. I planted the Rotabaughs, then I planted the Rebe, which was 19 foot. And then I planted the Browns, which was a state record, Chris Browns. Then I planted the Diane or Dane, I don't remember what it was. I planted those next, and then I planted the Hinton, something like that. I planted those last, and then I planted the Tuhua or whatever it was, giant corn, 2 rows down there in this corner. So everything's good. You got the Browns run from pole number 6 to pole 7, and then from pole 7 to 8 is the other ones, and then the Heatons are last. So that's how I remembered it. I also planted some mammoth sunflowers right here in this row along the back side of these sunflowers, in those just to try to get them to grow so that the beans that are planted there can grow up them, because I planted beans right here in this back row. And the reason why I planted beans back here was to see if the nitrogen that they make helps the watermelon any at all. I just doing a test to see if it helps the watermelons any. If it does, cool. If it don't, it's whatever. But I wanted them to be able to climb up something, so I said, well, sunflowers would be great. So I planted the sunflowers there. Hopefully the sunflowers will grow fast enough that they can allow the beans to grow up. But if not, I've got another plan to allow them to grow. Same thing back here on this back row. Back here, I planted giant corn back there. I planted beans on that back row where you can see all the empty spaces. I planted beans in those. And then after I planted, I think it was the succotash bean that I planted there. And then I planted a different type of giant corn in those with it. So the giant corn can grow, and then the bean can grow up the giant corn. Up at the front of the house, I planted the really long beans. I don't remember what they were called, but they're just really, really long beans that somebody had sent me. Never can remember the name. Writes every day. Cannot think of the name. Eric Hill. There we go. Goodness. He sent those. I planted those up front on where the porch is at, and stuff. And then I planted these beans that I grew this winter. If y'all remember those beans that I grew inside the house this winter and dried them out, I planted those right here in this couple front rows of corn right here. Didn't want to plant many of them because they're really, really big beans and they grow really fast and big. So I thought, well, if I plant them there, they can run throughout the whole corn instead of planting one at each place. Still have a whole pocket full of that corn. So I got to figure out if there's anywhere else I could plant some of it. If not, oh well, don't really guess I need it. I planted 9 varieties of bean today. 9 varieties of beans was planted today. So I've never grown that many. Last year was my most, and I think I grew 3 different types. Yes, 3 different types of beans last year. I grew the Cherokee Purple or something like that. The Purple TP is what it was. I grew that, and then I grew the Kentucky Wonder, and then I grew a Greasy Grit. The Greasy Grit bean, I have some inside, and I did not plant any of those. So when I plant those tomorrow, there will be 10 varieties of beans planted. I just remembered about them, that I had them in there and stuff, and they was not in my bean pouch. So I'm gonna have to put those beans in my bean pouch, in my bean bag. So I know what I have. But anyways, I'll plant those tomorrow. The Greasy Grits will be planted tomorrow. But anyways, Kentucky Wonders are planted on the back side of these cantaloupes. Again, just wanting to see if the nitrogen that they make does anything for the plants at all. I don't know if it will or if it won't, but I want to find out. Now, to go over here, we planted the Rich Sweetness 132 melons today. We have them right over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right here, these last 3 up here on the top, those are the Kiwanos elongated. I still have 3 more of those plants. I'll have to figure out somewhere to put them if I plant them at all. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have time to come over here, clean this all up, till it all up, and plant it. I need to plant the rest of our melons in there. There's several different types of melon, both cantaloupe and watermelon need to be planted in there. I need to plant just a few sweet potatoes in there, because I'm trying to grow one for a weigh off. The first place wins $500 at the weigh off for a giant sweet potato. So I want to try to grow a really big one and take down there so that maybe I could win. And then last but not least, there'll be 3 different varieties of pumpkins growing in there: the white boar, the Jarrettdale, and the most, don't even ask me to pronounce it. It's Cinderella pumpkin. There we go. Just put it that way. So those will be grown. I also have to find a place to plant a couple more of the butternuts and a couple more field pumpkins. So we have to plant those somewhere. Got to find a place to plant some more tomatoes. We'll just find cubby holes and start planting tomato plants here and there. That's what we'll do with them. Those right there are the rest of the cantaloupes and watermelons right there in them trays that need planted. Here are a few things. I planted these right here. These are my dilatables. Those was my last 3 seeds that I had, and hopefully I can get them to grow and produce something and be able to save the seeds off of it. Last year they grew, they produced, but they didn't produce a big enough melon to have anything out of it. So, but my Prescott Fond Blancs did great, so I got plenty of those. These are 2 Mexican sour gherkins, and I have some more up at the front of the house. So you can see our 3 Maros plants there, looking really good today. The 1088 Bayou is really stretching out there and looking good. Everything's looking good, starting to pick up. It was late, and I know I'm late to the game, late to the ball there, you know, but everything's trying to come along. And if it can just come out of its funky mess and grow me, I just need 3 pumpkins that weigh 1,333.5 pounds a piece. 3 of them a piece. If I can get that, that's all I'm looking for, guys. That's all I'm looking for this year. After I get my grower's jacket, guess what? I can just grow 1 or 2 pumpkins a year and be happy, because I can focus all my attention on them 1 or 2 big gals, right? Maybe 3, but definitely not this many. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 giant pumpkins plus 2 giant green squash. You got 1, 2, 3, 1347, 1965, 1883, 2350, 2195. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 giant pumpkins and 2 giant green squash. So, and then giant marrows, giant field pumpkins, giant butternuts, giant this, giant that. I'm going to try to see legitimately if I do not have the numbers to have the most giant varieties or the most giants growing in a single season. So I'm going to try to check that out and get a hold of Guinness and see what they say. So let's go up here real quick, just take a real quick glance at how everything up here is kind of shaping up, and then I gotta get inside because, well, my feet's got blisters on them from these sandals, and I don't like it. They hurt. So let's see what we got going on up here. Looking good, looking good, looking good, like it should. Yep. Man alive, some of them things are just massive. And I mean massive, guys. They're just, you just wouldn't believe it if you seen it for yourself. I mean, they just are huge, some of these. And I cannot wait to see if I've got a record or not. That joker there, look how big that thing is. That thing's like a baseball. And these things up here, these Swedes ain't no joke either. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. There ain't nothing funner than watching giants grow. You'll never convince me that there's anything more fun than watching giants grow. Tomorrow I'm gonna take you in there in the tomato patch and show you several mega blooms and stuff. We'll be looking at those. These tomatoes here are looking, so-so. That thing there is as big as football, bigger than a football now. It's about the size of a soccer ball. I need to get my strawberries planted as well. We did get all this planted today, which is the sunflower patch. I think y'all's gonna like how I did it this year. The design. I actually did a design in it. So hopefully everybody likes it, including you guys and Annie. So real quick, just gonna show you over here, the giant greenie is she's trying to lay down there. So we'll see how she does. She's laying down slowly but surely. Tomorrow I need to come in here and straighten up the vines and all that and get everything lined out real good. Man, them plants is just jumping out quick, just poof. So anyhow, we'll get all them straightened up. Man, she's looking good. She's almost the size of a softball now. So that's really impressive. I hope this one here took, but I don't know. Like I said, probably won't know till Tuesday or Wednesday, I'd say. We would know if she's took or not. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't know. I don't want to say she did and then she not, but I think she might have. We got a really nice mega bloom over here on this plant. You can see there. This is a Prochaska, so hopefully it'll grow a good one. I was going to spray tonight, but it looks like it's going to rain, so I'm going to hold off on spraying. There we go. And we'll spray tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon and stuff. We'll spray and try to get everything good and watered in, or not watered in, but good and sprayed with fungus and pest protections, bacteria protection and stuff. So that tomato plant, I don't know what that one's doing. We weeded down through here. It looks really, really good. I'm very, very happy that we did that. It looks great. I didn't realize I mean, it looked weedy, but it didn't look that bad until you get it cleaned out, and then you're like, holy cow, that was really bad. So you can see in here, it's good and weeded. You can actually look in there and see stuff, you know. So kohlrabi is just, that stuff's just crazy, man. I'm just tickled plum pink with that and stuff. So anyhow, guys, everything's looking good and stuff. So we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you tomorrow right here in the hollers and hills of West Virginia.
Don't forget to smash that like button, that notification bell. Don't get the
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And
And
subscribe.